All right. Hey, I'm DMAC, and this is MyMail, a protocol for extending email to the permaweb. So what happens if I lose access to my email? If you're like me, you've had a Gmail account from as far back as you can remember. For me, that's about 200,000 messages and 14 years of history. Sorry, Sam, I can hear you typing. That's about, and 14 years of history. It's amazing how much of our history is recorded in our email. So photos of your kid's first birthday that were sent to you by your grandma, who for some reason still uses email for that stuff. Invoices for clients, deliverables from teammates. You might have even stored some of your passwords in there, which you probably shouldn't have. Just think about all the apps and sites that you've been to that you've used your email address for password recovery. If I lost access to my email, I would lose access to a lot of information. And it turns out it's not even that uncommon to lose access to your Gmail. It happens all the time for a variety of reasons. And the scary thing is, a lot of people may not know this, but Gmail doesn't offer support for personalized email because it's a free service. So that means if you get cut off, then there's nobody to talk to. There's nobody to help you out. So this seems like a major flaw in the system. But the question is this inevitable? Does email have to be this way? No, it's designed this way because centralized email have a profit motive. So why is it designed this way? Good question. So in order for Google to offer a free email service, they have to extract value from their users in other ways. And one of the ways they do that is they track your behavior across the web and mobile, and they sell it to advertisers on a real-time ad marketplace. And because this isn't functionality that anyone would want from their email provider, Google has to make it difficult for you to leave once you've signed up. If you were able to easily migrate your data off Google, you might choose to do so. And the quality of their ad marketplace would decline, as would their profits. So how do we fix it? First of all, we need to unbundle the components of centralized email that and make it profitable for them to operate on your behalf. More importantly than that, we need to put you in charge of your identity and your data and just eliminate that as a point of failure entirely. So we take your data and we encrypt it and we store it permanently on the Arweave network. For your identity, we give you cryptographic keys that no one can revoke or remove access to or take away in any way, and they give you access to your data in perpetuity. For inbox service, MyMail introduces the idea of MyMail gateways, or email gateways. Email gateways are servers which translate emails from Arweave and to the internet and vice versa, and anyone can operate one. Operators are incentivized to offer this service because they receive small transaction fees every time they handle an email. One of the interesting side effects of this is that because your identity is not your email address with MyMail, you can change your email address at any time, or your domain. So if you were not a Ninja 69 when you were 12, you're not obligated to use that email address on your resume when you're 25. For domain names, instead of having a centralized corporate branded domain name, MyMail supports many domain names owned by community members staked in the MyMail protocol. So we've developed an app, MyMail app, to demonstrate these components working together. But it's our intention that other applications, messaging applications on the Arweave network would be able to integrate it easily as well. And because MyMail is an open protocol for on-chain messaging, email is really the first of many applications. Being able to send direct messages between wallet addresses is an obvious use. And we've actually had devs reach out to us who are building their own wallets and wanting to integrate MyMail. Along the same lines, social networks, you'll hear later from a social network called Agora. Imagine receiving a DM from a user on Agora and being able to see that message in your wallet and in your inbox. These are the kind of synergies that are possible when you have an open messaging protocol and on-chain messaging. So let's do a demo. So right off the bat, you sign in with your identity. You can see that you have some on-chain messages that were sent by other wallet addresses, but we're really here to see email. So let's sign into the gateway. I've got an account admin at pixelsamurai.com. As soon as we connect to the gateway, we can see that our inbox is populated with email messages that are waiting for us at the gateway. We've got our on-chain messages there. And it's not just text email. This is full, rich HTML formatted email. So let's send a message to the gateway. So for this demo, we'll send a message to my Gmail, somewhat ironically, and send it off. So hop over to my personal Gmail and see if we can see that message arrive. It's already here. All right. So yeah, let's keep the conversation going. Sweet. What's it about? Send it back to MyMail. So the interesting thing about messages stored at the gateway, you have 90 days to decide what to do with them. You can either save them to Arweave or let them expire. Not all email messages deserve to be stored forever. So here comes our reply back from Gmail. Sweet. What's it about? Read receipts, goes to previously seen, just like any other email client. And that's it. That is email on the Permamed supported by MyMail. So in review, MyMail protocol. You own your data permanently. You can change your email address at any time. There's no tracking. No one's incentivized to do that. And this is really a superpower of the PermaWeb. Because your data is associated with your identity and you own that completely, if you sign into another application, your data is immediately available. This just destroys lock-in, meaning that you can move to the best user experience whenever you want. So of course, centralized email is free, but with MyMail protocol, you pay tiny amounts to store the email. So we've had to overcome a bunch of technical hurdles to get this far to the proof of concept. We were hoping to do an early adopter launch with 30 or so people. But there's been so much interest in it, we've already got that list full. So if you want to check out MyMail, the next chance to do so is probably our beta launch. And if you want to hear about that, the best way to do it is to follow us on Twitter at MyMail Protocol. And yeah, I'll be out in the coffee and mingle area afterwards. Anyone who wants to talk about the future of MyMail or has any questions, I'd love to talk to you.